Hey guys, it's Nathan with American West Realty, and today I want to talk to you about the lawsuit that was announced, and the settlement that was announced on Monday. A group of Missouri home buyers sued the National Association of REALTORS, or NAR, claiming that NAR created a series of rules, policies, and practices that reduced competition and inflated sales prices. The bottom line is the judge found NAR guilty, and the two parties have agreed to a settlement wherein NAR is going to pay $418 million and make some changes in how we operate. The reason I want to talk about this is because there's a lot of misconceptions being spread by the media, and in particular social media. Take a look at some of these news headlines. The media is doing everything they can to mislead the public on this entire issue. Let me set the record straight on two key details. First, NAR did not agree to do away with a standard 6% commission because there's never been a standard 6% commission. Fees have always been negotiable between the seller and their agent or the buyer and their agent. NAR is very strict about this. As a realtor, I cannot talk to another realtor 6 states away and discuss our fees, even if it's just a friendly conversation over lunch. There's no standard, there's no conspiracy, there's no collusion. So you're probably asking, well, why are fees generally around 6%? The reason is that that's generally what agents need to charge in order to compensate themselves for the efforts and skills they bring to the table. You can disagree with how much they're charging, but it's reality. For me personally, I've charged as little as $500 for a transaction and as much as 10%. Every transaction is different. Every transaction is negotiable. If you think buying and selling real estate is easy, you've always been free to do it on your own. Second, this agreement will not change what agents charge. According to the news outlets, realtors may reduce their commissions by 25 to 50% because of this agreement. I've even seen social media posts claiming that this is the death of the real estate profession. The truth is, the listing agents will continue charging sellers the same amount, and they'll continue offering to share that commission with the buyer's agents. It's still negotiable. Sellers will still compensate the buyer's agent. If you don't understand, here's how real estate works in America. The listing agent will charge a fee to the seller. Then they share a portion of that fee with the buyer's agent. This encourages the buyer's agent to show the property and hopefully get it under contract. And because the buyer's agent fee is paid by the listing agent or the seller, it makes the purchase more affordable to buyers. Many buyers are already struggling to save a down payment. If buyers had to pay their agent directly, they would need to save another 1 to 2% of the purchase price, making homeownership unaffordable for many of them. Two key changes will affect how agents interact with the public. First, buyer's agents can no longer show an MLS listing to a buyer unless they have a written agreement with that buyer first. We already practice this at American West Realty, but many agents do not. It's been strongly suggested by NAR over the years, but never required until now. This written agreement, a buyer's agency agreement, explains our responsibilities to the buyer, and most importantly, that's when we will negotiate our fee for representing that buyer in a transaction. The contract goes on to say that we'll attempt to collect payment from the listing agent or the seller, as we've always done. Most buyers' agents do not use a written contract, so this will be new for many agents and buyers, but the good ones will figure it out. The difficult part there is that if a buyer's agent is unable to collect a fee from the listing agent or the seller, their buyer will be on the hook for paying that commission to their agent. This is a key detail that a lot of people are going to have a difficult time wrapping their head around. Second, the listing agent can no longer advertise how much they'll pay for a cooperating fee to a buyer's agent. That conversation will have to occur outside the MLS, most likely when the buyer's agent presents an offer. Listing agents or sellers will still pay the buyer's agent's fee, but they will be negotiated on a case-by-case basis rather than publicly announced in advance. I really expect this to cause some problems. Some unscrupulous agents may offer lower buyer commissions to keep more commissions for themselves. I also expect an increase in discrimination complaints when a listing agent offers a particular commission to one agent and something different to the other. Time will tell. There's a lot more detail to this, but I don't want to spend too much time getting into the weeds, and we've still got a few things to shake out. Nothing is going to change until a court signs off on this, which will probably occur in July. And then NAR is going to navigate this agreement with changes to rules, contracts, or even the code of ethics. Most of the details pertain to agents, so it's best that I not get too far into it. But I am going to link to some resources down below if anybody wants to read more on this. And as always, if you have any questions that are real estate related, feel free to reach out to me or one of the agents at American West Realty. We'll be happy to help. Thanks.